afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thanks, Rob, for making that happen. And also, you can check us out on netnewsnetwork.net. That is the podcast. So we're going to be talking, this is actually going to be in two different sessions. So part one, we're going to be talking about how to save money and spend less, which is also like saving money. 50 tips for the year 2023. So we're just about to be halfway through it, but it's not too late. So let's go ahead and get started. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. It's kind of in the tank right now. The price of goods have changed, and it's just very expensive to live right now. But we're going to help you get started, okay? And it's helping me too. So let's start by creating a budget. Now you can find this on creditkarma.com. I mentioned Credit Karma on one of the past shows, and this is how, and it's a free thing, and you can actually check your credit, and it's not exactly right. I think it may be off just by a couple points or so, but it'll kind of give you a general idea of your credit and how it changes. And when it's going up, it's going to make you very happy. Okay, now when learning how to save money, access as much as you really have and where that money is going. So think about using the 50, 30, 20% rule, and that'll help you create a budget. So what is that rule? Okay, 50% of your income is for essentials. That'd be like for rent and for food. 30% of your income for extras like entertainment. Mine's probably a lot less than that. 20% of your income for savings and debt, like accounts you owe or help with emergencies in retirement. So use that money right there to cut down on the credit card debt if you have credit card debt. And also add a little bit more money to your mortgage payment. That'll help you out. Number two, track your spending. You could be surprised to learn where your money is actually going by the week. So by keeping a record of what you spend, you can see how small expenses can take away from your monthly savings. It's easy to do. A quick way to track your spending and start budgeting is with a budgeting app like Mint. That's M-I-N-T. It puts all your accounts into one place to help you navigate your spending and saving habits with ease. Real easy to do. And I'll have to tell you something that's really helped me. When I would go to, say, Walmart, you go into Walmart, before you know it, there's a Snickers bar. It's only about $2. I'll grab that. And you just see little things that can really start adding up into your cart. So what I like to do is shop online. So I have a Walmart credit card through Capital One. And so not only am I shopping online, I either have my products delivered to me, and or I can go to the store and pick it up, which means I'm not going in just picking up on weird stuff and upping my bill. And also I'll review my cart a few times to see, is that something I really need? And it really has helped me with my spending. And a bonus is when you shop with Walmart online using the Capital One card, you get 5% back if you shop online. If you go into the store and pick and buy something, and you do pay for it, with your credit card, you're getting 2% back. I'd rather have 5% than 2% any day. Okay, make detailed budgeting plans. So breaking your long-term goals into smaller, more manageable milestones can help you save money more efficiently. And here's an example right here. So if your overall goal is to save $1,200 a year, start with the smaller goals of $100 per month, or maybe even $25 a week. When you break it down like that, it's much easier to achieve. Now, a detailed plan can help you get on track and make progress towards making the bigger goal. And this is something, it's all about a habit. And so if you make a habit of saving, say, $25 per week, and then it grows into $1,200 at the end of the year, then the next year think about $50 a week and see where that brings you. I promise it's going to work. I promise. Now, this is another good one right here. It's called Try Envelope Budgeting. And envelope budgeting can help you save money by limiting your spending to dividing cash allowances. Now, this method makes you more aware of your spending and encourages you not to spend too much of your money in one area. So this is what envelope budgeting means. Split your paycheck into separate envelopes to learn how to save money. It's a great thing right here. So you can have one envelope that's electric bill, another one can be the phone bill, Another one can be the car payment. Another one can be savings. And then you'll have the one called other purchases. That's a good idea. Okay, now number 5, use a budgeting app. Using a budgeting app can help you not only with saving money, but also staying on track with spending goals, expenses, and budgets. It can also be an easy way to stay updated on how you're doing and get more familiar with your spending habits. Number 6, carpool to work or to school. An easy way to save money on commuting costs, and because gasoline prices are going up and down, usually more up, it'll go down a little bit, then more up again. So we have to be all prepared for that, okay? So if you have kids, enlisting nearby parents to help lighten the burden of the school drop-off lines is a great way for everybody to save money on gas every single month. That's a grand idea. I would have loved that when Brad was in school. Number 7, audit your subscriptions. Okay, this is a real good one because before you know it, you're overspending. It's something that you just had a hype for. You thought, yeah, I think I want to do Ancestry.com. But then you really don't have time to utilize any kind of an app like that. And so you can go back and look at it and then save yourself some money. So a survey from May 2022 found that 42% of people forgot about subscriptions they were still paying for but no longer using. Take a look at your monthly bank statements to audit your subscription services and cancel the ones you no longer need. Be surprised at how much money that racks up. Number 8, switch to a cheaper phone plan. When it comes to your phone plan, track how much data you're actually using and stop paying for services you don't need. This will allow you to save more money every single month on your phone bill. And we're about to bring in a new sponsor for cell phones, by the way. I'll keep you aware of that probably in the next couple of days. Number 9, lower your utility bills. Evaluate whether or not you're being as efficient as possible with your utilities. Is your air conditioning always running in the background? What about an upright fan that could use both cooling and white noise? Unplugging your small appliances while not in use is a great way to reduce your electric bill. We talked about that one time on the show. Remember, we were talking about vampires that are in your house. Vampires in your house are actually electricity you're not aware you're using. It can be like that coffee pot. My son and daughter-in-law actually unplug appliances they're not using, and you can see a difference in your power bill. Now, number 10, consider canceling your gym membership. Now, if you get a lot of value out of the membership, this does not apply to you. But if your membership is costly, you might want to reevaluate what you can do at home or outdoors that's just as effective. Some money-saving techniques for those who want to prioritize their health on a budget might include watching YouTube tutorials for ideas about home workouts. Going for a walk. Oh, let me mention this too. You can also go to thrift shops and you can find DVDs that people have bought and they paid for, like Jane Fonda workouts or, working your abs and stuff like that. You can find them for a couple of bucks, which is a lot better. Plus you got the privacy at home. You can do it whenever you want to. You don't have to jump in the car and go, and maybe the gym is crowded at that moment. So this is a good idea. Go for a walk or run in the neighborhood. Swimming laps at your community pool if you have one. Joining a local amateur sports league. Playing workout video games. Adding workout plans to lifestyle apps. There are some weights I wear when I'm at the house on my feet. And I think they weigh about 1.5 pounds each weight. And pretty soon, now I'm going to tell you, it's tough on you when you first start wearing these, but when you're walking around your house or whatever, doing work outside, you get used to it. And you'd be amazed at how that works out your legs. Number 11, plan your groceries. Better yet, have a garden. Go to your own little store and get your groceries. Making a list of the food you want to eat for the week and the groceries you need can save money. Sticking to your list can also help avoid extra purchases, even to help you reduce your food waste in the meantime. And there is a budget calculator, by the way, on Credit Karma. You need to go look that out if you need help determining a reasonable budget about your trips to the store. Use coupons. Oh man, I want to tell you, there was a store called Harris Teeter we used to do our shopping with when we were living in Charlotte, North Carolina. These folks would have double and triple coupon days. So if you had, say, a 50-cent coupon, you'd get $1.50 off. So I would save them and wait as long as I could. I would wait for those triple coupon days. And man, did I save a lot of money. As a matter of fact, sometimes they would owe me. So the checkout person would always say, get some chewing gum or something because I can't give you any money back off of this. So I would reach over and get that Snickers bar that cost $2 and put that out there. And then that way I would wind up spending maybe 30 cents on a lot of groceries. Okay, so go ahead and check that out. Also, email subscriptions, make sure you check those out for great places to find coupons. Newspapers and magazines, grocery store ads will sometimes do that. The websites again, email subscriptions, website browsers, and apps. Sometimes, like with a restaurant, and if they have an app, you're able to save, maybe do a buy one get one free, or you can do like a free burger or whatever. So make sure you check those out. Check out the apps. You can actually save a lot of money. Now, before you go on a trip, by the way, you may have restaurants that are not into your local area, but when you go on a trip, go ahead and check out those apps, and you might save some money when you're going your restaurants when you're going trips. Okay, take advantage of seasonal sales. Demand for certain big ticket items can fluctuate with the season. So consider timing your big purchases to rake in the savings. For example, October to December can be a great time to buy a car because dealerships want to meet end of year quotas. Their desires to sell a car can be beneficial to your purchasing power. And also think about tax-free weekends. If you're buying a computer, that can save you some money right there. So think about this. 10%, we'll just say an even number, 10%. If you buy a $100 or a $1,000 computer, can be just, if you figure it out, 10% off of that you're not paying, that's more money you can put back into savings. Let's go into a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. This is part one on how I can save money on my purchases and savings. How I can put some more money in the savings account. So we got to take advantage of seasonal sales. We were talking about that. For example, October to December is the best time to purchase a car if you're planning on buying one this year. Just put it off as long as you can because dealerships want to meet end of the year quotas. The desire to sell a car can be beneficial to your purchasing power. Number 14 on this list is designate no spend days. I never heard of this one before. Challenge yourself and your family to go one day a week without buying anything from your morning coffee to a movie ticket. You may learn to save better by reducing your spending and becoming more aware of how frequently you make small purchases that aren't necessary. Think about this. So every day on my way into work, I stop and I get a cup of coffee that's going to cost me $5. That's $25 a week on a work day. That's $100. That's $100 that you could put back to the $1,200 we were talking about. So think about that. That's what mugs are for. You know, make your own coffee at home and then take it with you to work. You're going to wind up spilling it anyway, right? How many times do you spill the $5 cup of coffee? Think about that. And you're putting that money in your pocket instead of a liberal's pocket. Think about that as well. Okay, 15. Use the 30-day rule. This is a good one right here. When you want to make a large purchase, think about it first. Consider what it is and how much it costs. And if you feel it's still important, say after 30 days, maybe you'll feel more confident in purchasing it. It's also important to remember that dipping into your savings for a big purchase can detour that long-term goal. If it's not an emergency, consider saving up additional funds for the purchase first. Great idea. Okay, now number 16, it says try the 24 rule. Try the 24-hour rule. Wait 30 days to think about large purchases. Wait 24 hours to decide on smaller purchases. That's what I do. That's why I use the Walmart Capital One card. When I'm shopping online with Walmart or Amazon or whoever I'm with, and first of all, I know I'm going to say 5%, but don't let that help you to make the purchase, okay? Just realize that when you do make the purchase, you're getting 5% back if you purchase online or go pick up at the store. Not walking into the store. If you walk into the store, 2% instead of 5%. That adds up in a lifetime. So don't forget about that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my calculator, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's just say in a month's time, I've spent $1,000 at Walmart. Okay, but I'm using my credit card, my debit card, and what I'm going to do is get 5% back. That's 5%. You know how much money that is? $50. $50 that you can put into your savings. Use that for an emergency fund. Use that to save for your car and try to pay cash for a good used one with people like Bobby Ledbetter. Okay, now build an emergency fund. Now some experts recommend setting aside about 6 months worth of living expenses in case of an emergency. It could come up anytime. Save your money to create a cushion that can help you avoid going into debt if you lose your job or if you have to pay for unforeseen medical expenses. Anything can happen. You can have an accident. Things can happen. So if the idea of an emergency fund overwhelms you, you can go to creditkarma.com and start with their savings calculator to get you started on that right foot. The last thing you want to do is be unprepared and then spend all that money that you wanted to pay on a car or some kind of a large purchase, maybe something that you wanted to do for your house. That's what we do. We pay cash for everything we have done at the house. I save because let me tell you this, if you borrow, let's say you want to do some renovations, it's going to cost $5,000. And by the way, $5,000 won't get you too far in renovations these days. But let's just say you're going to do it yourself, which is what we do. So we always save up for it. Then that way I'm not making any kind of a payment, because think about the payments. You've got interest that's tagged onto that. So, interest costs a lot of money. Use a high yield savings account. High yield savings accounts like Credit Karma, their money saved can also help you grow your savings without even thinking about it. So all you need to do is deposit your earnings into an account and let interest work for you. Now the national average rate of February 2023 is 0.35%, but your returns will depend on the account you use. Okay, now let's do this one again. High yield savings accounts help you grow your savings without even thinking about it. So think about that. I know that the banks we use, the small banks, and by the way, I love a small bank, don't you? Because first of all, they're more personal. Something happens, somebody gets into your account, you're going to get it fixed a lot quicker. Number 20, automate savings transfers. Now, automating deposits into your savings account can help you save money more easily and without even thinking about it. You're not going to miss that money, okay? Automatically your paycheck comes in, and say maybe you want to give 10% of it into that savings account. That's going to help. There are several ways you can create automatic savings account deposits, and each bank offers a different solution. So here are some ideas right here. There are some money saving apps allow users to save spare change from their purchases. What about that? So if something comes to $10.02, there's 98 cents going into your savings account. Some money saving accounts, certain banks will round up purchases to the nearest dollar and deposit that change into your savings account. There are also programs that automatically move money from your checking into your savings account. That's what we have. And that's for every debit card purchase that you make. Automated savings programs will help you invest in yourself and into your future, and you're saving without even realizing it. Just think about this. So every day I go, and for my lunch hour, I go out and I spend $10 on food, okay, which is easy to do these days. Or let's just say $5. So you're spending $5 on food. Now think about this. I brown bag it. I bring my own sandwich. Peanut butter sandwiches go a long way, by the way. And also some healthy snacks. I like some carrots. I'll tell you something that I love to carry for lunch. An apple, and I go ahead and cut it up in slices and put some lemon juice on it, put it into a little baggie or whatever. Make sure it seals real good. And maybe some peanut butter. peanut butter and apple dip together, first of all, it's good for you. Another thing, it's going to give you that protein that you need. And remember, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Remember that. So you're helping on your health in the long run as well. Okay, so think about this, refinancing your mortgage. There are do's and don'ts to do this. So you may find you can save money on your monthly mortgage payment by taking advantage of a better mortgage rate. Something that could add up to thousands of dollars over time. So a few steps on refinancing your mortgage. You can find that on creditkarma.com. Now you'll need to set up an account. They'll need a username and a password, and it's a secure site. I've had Credit Karma for years. Now, here are a few steps. Check your existing APR to see if it's higher than the current market rates. Double check your credit scores, okay? You do that through Credit Karma. Shop around for different mortgage lenders. Oh, and I wanted to mention this too about Credit Karma. When you're checking and I check mine every week just to make sure somebody hasn't gotten into my Social Security card or whatever and ruined my savings or whatever. So, or gotten into my bank account. That's a good way to find that out as well. So, also shop around for different mortgage lenders. But now when you're using Credit Karma to check your credit score, you're not using points. Okay, so that's another way to look at it. Go to each bank and each mortgage, whatever, to see if you can get a loan. You need to make sure they're not doing that. Just say, okay, I've went to ABC Bank and they just checked my credit. If you check my credit, is that going to be additional marks against my credit? Always ask. If you don't do anything else I've just said, do that, okay? Because that does affect your credit rating. Use a mortgage calculator to crunch those numbers. These are wonderful. So let's say just for easy adding, let's just say your mortgage payment is $1,000 a month, and you add an extra $100 per month. There will be a place in that mortgage calculator where you can actually insert the extra $100 per month. You'll see how much quicker you're going to pay off your mortgage as well, and you'll also see how much interest you've saved. Complete a financing application, choose your lender, prepare for closing, and pay fees. Now remember to do the math to ensure that a RIFI makes financial sense for you, and consider talking to a financial advisor that you like, just for make sure that it is a professional option. But yeah, I love the mortgage calculators. Go to your Google or whatever your search engine is and just look up for mortgage calculator. And again, you'll know the things you're going to have. Make sure you find it on your original documents. You'll need to know what your interest rate is. You'll also need to know what let's just say nobody can buy anything for $100,000 anymore, but just say that it costs $100,000. And you put a down payment of, say, $5,000, so the mortgage was actually for $95,000. You need to know the interest rate on that as well. You need to know the down payment. I mean, you need the interest rate now to, like if it was, let's say, 2.5%, you need to make sure you know that, because that 0.5% can make all the difference in the world. Then in the mortgage calculator, you can do a one-time payment at the end of the year, or you can do regular monthly, like you wanted to pay an extra $100. And you'll see how much closer you are to paying off your home, much more than, say, a 30-year mortgage or whatever your mortgage is. And you'll also see an indication down there that tells you exactly how much money you're saving on interest, and that's pretty awesome. My name is Donna. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. This is part 1, how to save money. Just a few minutes, we're going to have part 2 on how to save money. So you stay in there, okay?